Hello, this is a video dedicated to the parts of the toolbar, which is this bar over here. I'm going to go over what tools you'll most often be using on the toolbar, um, what they do, and then I'm going to actually show you what you can do with them on with the elements, the objects on the pasteboard. Okay. Uh, Leading off here, we've got the selection tool. Then we've got the direct selection tool, the type tool, the line tool, the pen tool, the rectangle frame tool, the free transform tool, the zoom tool, the hand tool, and then the fill and the stroke boxes. Okay. Now what do these do? First of all, selection tool. The selection tool allows you to grab different objects as they are on the pasteboard and move them about. As you can see, when you click on an object and you have it selected, you get these boxes. Okay, these show you that the object is being selected with the selection tool. Okay, now you can take these and click on them and hold and move them around move them about the pasteboard however you want them. You can align. You can move your alignment around with them. Okay, and you see you can grab these other objects and you can move them. You can take the corners of this window that we have here, you can actually adjust it up or down. Okay, you do that with the selection tool. Now moving on to the direct selection tool. The direct selection tool actually lets you select objects more closely. For instance, if you take this photo, you see you get a hand and you can actually move the photo around inside the window. Okay, do you see that? The hand, you get this brown sort of colored, show it here real good, you get this brown colored box. Okay, and again, that's the direct selection tool. Also with the direct selection tool, if you get a hold of a object like a text box, you can take these corners, but you see how they bend and they don't go. You can bend them in, you can get them bent at funny angles, and you don't want to do that. So when you want to resize a box, you want to use the selection tool, not the direct selection tool. Okay. Okay, moving on, we have the text tool. Text tool can use to select text, allows you to highlight text, delete it, edit the contents of a text box. You can also edit the content of a text box by double clicking with the selection tool, just a shortcut. Okay. Then with this tool you can also draw other text boxes, but you won't find yourself doing that much thanks to the template elements on the side over here. Okay, and then we have the line tool, which just allows you to draw straight lines. As you can see there. Okay, and then the pen tool, it allows you to draw paths, which we'll get into that at a later date, what you can do with a path. Then we have the rectangle frame tool. Rectangle frames are what are used for advertisements and photos. You can use them to block out spaces where you would later put photos, place photos. Moving on, we have the free transform tool. This allows you to scale elements, and you can do this like this. And when I'm doing this, I'm also holding down on the shift key, which allows me to scale proportionally. It's better to use the scale tool than to come over here with the selection tool and try and pull the window out and then have to come back in with the direct selection tool and pull this out like that. It doesn't work. Or it works, but it's not as easy as if you have the free transform tool. See that? Okay. And then of course we have the hand tool and the zoom tool. The zoom tool allows you can drag a box on the page and zoom in really close on a really tiny area. Then the hand tool allows you to move the page around with the cursor. But if you master the navigation techniques from the previous video, those two tools won't really get used all that much. Okay, those are the basics of the elements on the toolbar there, and that concludes the video.